Hello and welcome to the Absolute Zero Lab. In this lab, we took this device and we measured the absolute pressure in torr, or millimeters of mercury, and we took this end and put this in. First it was room temperature, then it was hot water, then it was boiling water, and then we put it in an ice bath. And when you make a graph of this, it looks like that. Here is the boiling water, here is the hot tap water, there's room temperature, there's ice water, and our hypothesis, hence the name of the lab, is that if we extrapolate the best fit line, our hypothesis is that it will hit the x-axis here at minus 273 degrees Celsius. Okay, so here's the data that we got. At 20 degrees Celsius, which is room temperature, we got 755 torr. At 57, which was the temperature of the hot tap water, we got 843 torr. At boiling water, which apparently our thermometer's off a little bit, it was 98 degrees Celsius. That was 941 torr. And then the ice bath, the thermometer said it was minus 2 degrees Celsius. Again, that's got to be a little bit off, right? Yeah, that was 697 torr. The temperature had an uncertainty of, well, 2 degrees probably, right? And then this needle wiggles a lot. You can kind of see that here. It's kind of, you kind of shake it like that. Anyway, that needle is like 20 torr, we thought. Anyway, 20 torr lets us graph the uncertainty, and that's what this is all about. Okay, so the first thing to do is to set up your axis there. And on the bottom there, I went in one of the major lines, which is 5 of the small ones. That was 100. And then I went 1, 2, 3, 4 of the major lines and got 0. And then 4 major lines did minus 100, minus 200, minus 300. You end up at about minus 375 if you do it that way. I'm just trying not to put 100 right on there. Okay, then the vertical axis, if you set this thing up, every 2 major lines, that is every 10 small lines, was 100 torr. So 100, 200, 300, 400, that's 500 torr. And then all the way up to 1,000 torr. Okay, so let's look at that. So here's our graph here. The top is 1,000, and 10 lines down, 900, 800. That's pressure in torr is what that says. And at the bottom here, this is temperature in degrees Celsius. And then we need to plot the points. And it's kind of a pain, but when you plot the points, they fall more or less like that. Right? And then the next thing to do is to put the error bars on there. And since these points are plus or minus 20 torr, we need to go up and down. Every little square here is 10 torr, so we go up and down 2 squares from those, right? So we're going to draw the error bars in here. So like here, we're going to go up 2 squares, 1, 2. Go down 2 squares, 1, 2. And then use the straight edge, if you would, to draw a nice vertical line like that. Okay, so your error bars look like that. You've used a straight edge to go straight up and down. And then it looks like, if we exaggerate it, they look like this, with the point like that. Now the X error bars, 2 degrees Celsius, we really can't draw 2 degrees Celsius there, so you can say that we neglect graphing the X error bars. Okay. And now the next thing to do is to do our actual extrapolation here. The question is, this is trending towards 0, so where does it head? And without cheating and knowing what the answer is, we're just sort of, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Ish. Draw a line, that's our extrapolation. Not too bad, a little bit high though, right? Yeah, that's like 375, there's like going to be 380 or something like that. Okay, and then you want to do the highest it could be, which is we go through, you just look at this error bar right here, and that error bar there. Okay, this is the highest temperature it could be. Alright, the steepest line of extrapolation. I'm just going to go through there. Whoops. I hate it when the ruler moves like that. Okay. There we go. That gives us the highest one, and then we go here. And we're going to do the poop wad. Did that just move on me? It did, didn't it? No, not much. Okay. There we go. So now you can read the graph here. This looks to me to be about minus 280, which isn't too far off our hypothesis. This is 225, 230, 235. This one here is 325, 330, 335, 340. There they are, right? So now we're all set. We've got the data. You're going to make a nice table out of the data, right? Put the uncertainties, etc. in there. You're going to have the graph. You're going to have the error bars like that. And now we just need to write a conclusion and evaluation for this, right? So talk about our hypothesis. Our hypothesis was that this hit at minus 273, but it's really 280. I don't know if you can see that, but okay. So we're going to say our best guess extrapolation was that it was minus 280, which is close to the accepted value of 273 or something. However, the range of uncertainty allows it to be as high as minus 235, as low as whatever. Okay, whatever you get. Okay, so talk about that, and then you're going to talk about error, and then you're going to talk about ways for every source of error that you talk about. You're going to talk about how you could improve that, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the show.